to my channel. So today's video is going to be baby essentials for ages 3 to 6 months. This video was highly requested by you guys, so I'm excited to be putting it out for you. I'm going to be talking about all of the must-have items, all of the things that I swear by that I have found myself consistently using over the last few months, and things that my son could not live without now that he has made it past that age. So he turns 7 months next week, which is just like unbelievable. So he's past that 6-month mark. We are full swing into like the mobile, on the move phase, but these are the items that we use a lot consistently between ages 3 and 6 months old. So if you haven't seen my original newborn essentials video, I'll have that up here for you so that you can check it out. I have done lots of videos on postpartum life and newborn life and baby life, so if you're new here, then welcome. I'm so excited to have you here, and let's just jump into the goodies. So I'm going to be talking a little bit of everything in this video. I've got like crib necessities, activity necessities, a little bit of toys, food, because solid foods has been a part of our life over the last few weeks. We've got some teething necessities, and so we're covering the bases today. First and foremost, I want to talk about some of the bigger items that we have like consistently in our living room all the time ever since he was 3 months old. So in my newborn essentials video, I talked about the swing that he used to have, that he would sit in and rock back and forth. Actually, around the time that he hit 3 months old, we ended up packing up that swing and putting it in storage because he just kind of got over it. He wasn't interested. He didn't want to sit there anymore. He wanted to like look at more things and be a little bit more active. Between 3 and 6 months old, they're still not super active. They're not really on the go, but he still just wanted something different. He was over the swing. So we packed up the swing, we put it away, and I got this activity center. Now guys, this activity center is like amazing. I love it. I've shown it in a couple Instagram videos and gotten lots of questions on it, so I will have it linked down below, but I swear by it. We didn't start using it until he was around 4 months old because they need to have enough neck and head control to support themselves sitting up in it. But basically it's a 3-in-1 activity center. So you have the ability to set your baby in it, and it's got a little tray where they can put their feet, so it teaches them to stand and it teaches them balance. It has all these little toys around the edge that they can play with, and then I actually would add my own sticky toys to it as well. So I would pick up a toy just like at TJ Maxx and it suction cup it to the activity center, and then he could play with it. But once he gets bigger, you can take the bottom base out and make it a tabletop for them to play with the toys while standing, and then eventually you can take the toys off and get matching chairs, so it's like a full little table and chair set once they're toddlers or little kids as well. So it's going to be with us for a while. Like I said, it's been in our living room for the last 3 months, and we'll probably keep it out for a while too. He still really loves it and we use it all the time. It has been my saving grace when I need to just like set him down and do the dishes, or I need to put him down and focus on something and just like keep him in one place. That activity center will do it, and it will keep him entertained too. Other than that, our playmat has been a huge must-have. So I debated getting one of these playmats. Around the time he was 3 months old, I was like, is that totally necessary? I honestly can't remember when I got the playmat, but we've had it forever. I didn't know if it was totally necessary to spend $80 or however much they were on essentially a blanket with things hanging above them. Like, my original thought was I can dangle toys to entertain my son on my own for free. That's not always the case though. You don't always have the free hands to do it. So the playmat came in handy so much over the last few months. He loved it because he could lay down, he could look at the little things that were hanging and dangling. He would spend hours underneath there. It also was a great place to teach him tummy time. So once he was able to roll onto his belly or lay on his belly, he was much more comfortable on that playmat than anywhere else. It came with a little pillow, so it was easy to keep him comfy and like focus on that action of laying on his belly, and he just loved the playmat. I actually packed it up and put it away today because he hasn't used it much over the last few weeks. I would say by the time he was 6 months old, he just kind of outgrew it. But having a playmat isn't as necessary anymore because he'll just roll off of it or crawl off of it. He started like big man crawling yesterday, so it was pretty exciting. But yeah, a playmat just like does not keep him contained anymore. So I finally packed it up and put it away because we really stopped using it like a month or so ago. But between that time of like 2.5 to 3 months and 5.5, 6 months, we used it non-stop. It was like always propped up in our living room. The third thing that we always had had in our living room was his bouncer. So we've actually had this since he was born. We had it up when we brought him home from the hospital, and we did use it a little bit when he was a newborn. I can't remember if I talked about it in that newborn essentials video, but throughout the time that he was like 4 or 5 months old, he really loved his bouncer because he would start to kick his legs. And I posted some funny videos and talked in my videos before about how he'll do this like wind up motion where he's like kicking his legs, and he figured out how to make himself bounce and got really into it, and it was just so cool to watch. It also has little dangly things that look down, so he was able to like look up at those and play with them. Now he's almost outgrown the bouncer. He can actually reach up and pull those things down. Not all the time. He's actually sitting in it right now staring at me. He's like lounging in it. But the reason we like the bouncer still and we haven't packed it up is because it gets him into position to go potty. So as we're introducing solids and his stomach's been a little messed up, the bouncer, whatever position it puts him in, it gets things going. Like, he's able to accomplish a lot in that bouncer. So we keep it around. We're still using it, although we probably will pack it up within the next few weeks because he's just getting a little big in size for it, but he still likes it. He's bouncing in it right now. You're looking at me and smiling. And again, it keeps him contained. So sometimes, like even now, when I'm showering, I'll bring him in the bouncer in the bathroom and keep him in there, and then he can see me in the shower and it keeps him calm, but it also keeps him contained so he's not crawling all over the place without me watching him. One we got was like 50 bucks. We got it as a gift for my shower, and we've used it nonstop since he was born, but specifically during that time period, it was awesome. So next up, I want to talk toys. He had a couple favorite toys during the 3 to 6 month phase. One of them was this little baby rattle weight. I've shown pictures before of it in video. He loved it because it looks like a little weight and it makes like a very classic rattle sound. We kept that with us nonstop. I took it on the plane with me. It kept him entertained all the time. It's actually in my diaper bag in the car right now, so I didn't want to grab it for this video, but I did want to mention it because he used it a lot. Other than that, this little banana teether toy came in handy. Babies love these things, and the little toothbrush, ours has like dog hair all over it. I need to wash this, but the little toothbrush on it feels really good on their gums when they're teething. So we would give this to him and he'd chew it, and then if you actually take this yourself and like rub it against their gums, it feels really good to them. It creeps me out. It like gives me the heebie-jeebies to have this little thing like brushing his teeth when there's nothing there, but he loved it. So would recommend that. Sophie the giraffe, or is it Sophia? I don't know, but this giraffe is like the best giraffe for babies. Like, everybody has these things. He is still like, he's hot and cold with this thing. Like, sometimes he uses it and sometimes he doesn't. Our dogs actually love it. So this is our second one because my mom gifted us this, so thanks Mom. And then our dog stole it immediately and put it in their kennel and got it all slobbery, and so she sent us a replacement one. So now I keep Sophie like high up and I give her to Christian instead of letting him just like play with her all the time, because we've gone through a lot to keep her in the family. But these giraffes are a really good thing for teething. So he likes it because he can hold her legs and like kind of move her around like this, and then he can chew on her face. And I don't know, they're good teething toys. They're awesome. There's also these little toys. We found this one at just like a little toy store, but I've seen several things similar to this on Amazon, so I'll have them linked down below. They're nice because this little handle really taught him how to grip things, and it's a very lightweight toy, so he could hold it and move it around, and it's like squishy so he could chew on it. So I can't remember what the brand is, but I'll have it down below. But they're pretty affordable and they're a good like first toy. This little green thing was the first toy we ever bought him, and he used it a lot. And it's just so like simple. When he was right around 3 months, we got this for him and he's used it a lot since then. Now though, he's kind of upgraded to these more flashy, colorful, loud toys. So anything that is in this overall field spectrum, he will use. He's here like kicking and having a blast. Wow! Oh my gosh, he's like freaking out because I'm holding all his toys here. And so it's very hard to get through this clip. I will talk about these toys and then give him one of them so that you guys aren't hearing him this whole video. But anyways, he loves really colorful, bold toys like this that make a lot of noise. These like teething keys are a really good go-to when they're little. He can, again, grip them, make noise, and also chew them. These little keys are great though because you can put them in the freezer and then they get all jelly and cold, and then they can hold them and like press them against their teeth when they're teething or their gums. So they're nice and soothing, and these are the only teething toys that he like consistently uses. Like he likes the giraffe, he likes the little banana, but like he has to be in the mood for those. These things he really enjoys like no matter what, and then they're also like nice and cooling for his gums. So we use these keys a lot. They also just make a lot of noise and clearly he enjoys them. This toy has been his favorite. This one is probably the one he's freaking out about right now. I don't know what it is. It's this little fish thing. We got it as a gift when he was born and it makes a lot of noise and he loves it. He loves to slam it and make... As you can tell, he loves this toy. Crinkly books have been another big thing for him over the last couple months. So I got this one on Amazon because it has all these little tags on it too, which I thought he would love because he loves tags on anything else. Like if it's my clothes, if it's a couch, if it's something like that, he loves to go for the tag. On the Dakatat, he loves the tag. I thought he would love these tags. He doesn't. He likes this book a lot because of the story. When we read the book about Buddy the dog to him, he loves it. He cracks up. And he likes the crinkly sound it makes. The tags don't seem to faze him overall, but the book itself he does really like, and just crinkly books in general have been really, really helpful for us, and he just loves the way they sound, and they're like nice and gentle for him to play with too. So would definitely recommend getting some of those. I'll have this and the other ones we use. I'll have this and the other ones we use linked down below for you guys. The next must-have item I wanted to mention is his crib mobile. So I think that's how you pronounce it, but this thing is absolutely a must-have when they're 3, 4, and 5 months old. Whatever kind you get, as long as it has some things that dangle down, and then ours has a music box as well, so it was able to play music for him and rotate. This thing would keep him entertained forever, and when he was around 3 months old, he really showed a lot of interest in it, and he was just fascinated watching the things go by and make music. The lullabies would help him fall asleep and nap. It's just like a must. We actually just took it down a few days ago because we caught him on the monitor in there pulling on these things and playing. We didn't realize he could like sit up on his own and grab them and pull them down. So we just took it down, but we've had it up for the last few months, and it definitely it was like his first thing that he could really like become aware of when he was becoming more aware of his surroundings. So I would definitely recommend getting yourself one of these, or if you have one and haven't installed it yet, put it in because you will use it a lot and your baby will be happy to have the entertainment in the crib too. This is another toy we have. This one's like a little coffee mug rattle thing. We keep this at the changing station actually, so if he ever gets like antsy when we're changing his diaper, we just give him this thing. So on to teething, there's 2 products I wanted to mention. I talked about both of these in my 6-month baby update, but I wanted to show you guys them and of course mention them again. So both of these are all natural, so they're not gonna like medicate your baby or be really harsh with them. This first one is by Baby Ganix and they're teething gel pods. You can just pick these up at Target, which I really like about them. They work really well. Like you basically just take the pod, put the liquid on your finger, and then rub it into their gums. It works really well as far as pain. Like we would notice he would get less fussy like immediately. However, the thing with these is that they taste very strong. So he did not like the taste very much. At first he liked it because it would ease his pain, and then eventually he was just like over it and he would fight us on it. But also, they're fairly expensive. You get 10 pods and it's like $6.99. So we were refilling these boxes all the time and it just started to add up. Like 10 pods, we could go through that in like 3 days if it was a really bad case for him. So I was recommended this teething relief medicine. It's a similar thing, but it's called Camellia, and I just buy this on Amazon. This comes with 30 doses for $10, so you end up getting a lot more for your money, and it's more of a watery substance. It's less of a gel. It's not strong smelling at all. It doesn't taste like anything. I've tasted it before. And he actually really likes it, and you don't have to rub it into their gums. You can actually just take the little dropper things and just squeeze the medicine into their mouth as a whole. So he really likes this stuff. He'll take it no problem, and it also does work really well. The Baby Ganix stuff works well too, but honestly, like, I would just skip this stuff and go for Camellia if I were you. But if you need a quick fix and you're at Target and you want to grab something, this stuff works well as well. I do like that it's organic and it's all natural and everything, but this stuff, this is where it's at. This stuff is amazing. I buy this stuff in like 2-3 boxes at a time because it's just nice to have it stocked up, and I'll keep 1 box in the nursery and I'll keep 1 box in our kitchen. That way, no matter where we're at, we can like quickly grab one and ease that pain when he needs it, because teething is awful. Part of teething is that they drool a lot. So we got this Aveeno Baby Eczema Therapy Cream. This stuff is nice. It works really well. Like, he started getting some rashes underneath his chin and also on his cheeks because he was drooling all the time, and it did help take care of it right away. I wouldn't say it's like an essential or a must-have unless your baby is like always broken out. Like for him, it really just happened once and this stuff took care of it, but we don't find ourselves using it like repeatedly. But if your baby is a really big drooler or has eczema all over no matter what, this will work really well. And I checked with my doctor and this was what they recommended too. It has oatmeal and a skin protectant in it, So then moving into food, the bowls that we got are just this little set of Munchkin bowls. You can get them at Target or Amazon or wherever. They're nice because they come in 3 different sizes and then they all stack together, so it makes it really easy to store them in the cupboards. And he's like, what are you doing with my bowls? And then they each have suctions on the bottom too, so you can like easily stick them to the counters. Even with the suctions, I don't let these anywhere near him when I'm feeding him because he will grab them and rip them down. But they've been like a good, just like easy bowl to have. I don't have to worry about them falling on the ground. They're easy to clean, they're dishwasher safe, and like I said, they all stack together so they go in our cupboards really nicely. So those are just the bowls we use. Of course, you can use whatever feeding bowls you would like to, but these are like a good starter pack, I found. And then the little spoons we use are also by the Munchkin brand. They're just these little plastic ones. They have a softer rubber like spoon. I don't know what this part is called, but it's easy on their gums, so when they're teething it doesn't hurt them quite as much as like a thicker, more hard spoon would. They also make spoons that will tell you if the food is too warm, so they make like heat sensitive spoons where if it's too hot, they'll start to turn white. He actually prefers his food cold, so I was fine getting these. And again, they're super easy and you could get a pack of like as many as 12 of them too. Then I found these storage containers on Amazon. These were really helpful because they help me like pre-make baby food. So I've been making all his baby food just because it's easy and then I know exactly what's going into it. And I found these little containers on Amazon. These are glass containers, so if you need to microwave them, you can, and then each one on the side tells you how many ounces of food it will hold, so it's got a little measuring thing in there too. Hi! The lids are like really easy to just snap open and then to shut, and again, they're dishwasher safe too, so it's really nice to like prepare his food, just keep it nice and organized like this, and then when it's empty, I can wash it in the dishwasher too. So this whole little set was on Amazon, and it was pretty cheap too. And then these next things are super cool. My friend actually found them at TJ Maxx for me, but they're a similar thing, but they're for the freezer. So they're essentially just ice cube trays, but they're specifically for making baby food. So the little dishes are a little bit more like serving size, and then they have this nice rubber lid. So like in here, I just have some banana and sweet potato that was frozen. So that way you can like pre-make food and freeze it and just keep it easily on the go. I made these a while ago, and then I'll just like, whenever the time comes, I can just give him those as a snack. I think it's also helpful when they're teething, because then if they want something that, I know the banana looks disgusting, but all baby food looks disgusting. But then if they want something that's nice and cold, then you could give them something from here too. So I really like these things, and they're super cheap at TJ Maxx. I'll see if I can find some online, something similar, because I just think it's such a good idea. If not, you could just use regular ice cube trays too, but I just like that these ones have like the nice floppy lid, and I don't know, I just like them. And then the last thing I wanted to mention with food are little waterproof bibs. So we have a lot of bibs that we use here because whenever he eats, he gets food everywhere. But these like waterproof, like easy to wipe ones are going to be your best friend because they're exactly that. They're easy to clean and you can just wipe them off. We have a lot of those cute like cloth bandana bibs, and those are great, but they get food on them once and it soaks up food and then you have to wash them. So I'm doing a lot more laundry now that he's eating solids. But when I do use these boobs, when I do use these bibs, it helps cut down on that laundry just a little bit. So you can find these anywhere too. But if you're going to be using bibs, I would highly recommend skipping the cutesy ones. Just don't even worry about being cute with them and go for the ones like this that are easy to clean and easy to wipe down. Then the last thing as it relates to food and also bigger items that we have loved to use is actually our convertible high chair. So we haven't gotten a typical high chair yet. We have one of those ones by Ingenuity, I think it's called, and you just strap it to any regular chair and then it fits him like a high chair. It has like an extension that pops out and can keep him in. It's like a tabletop, but then you can also take the tabletop and put it back in the chair so he can use it just as a regular chair too. This thing has been amazing. We started using it when he was around 5 months or so. We probably could have used it sooner, maybe 4.5 months. We probably could have used it sooner because it really helps them learn how to sit. It's similar to those bumbo seats. I think that's what it's called, but it's similar to those seats, but it has little straps, and again, it can convert to a high chair. So we've kept that at our dining room table since he was about 4.5, 5 months old. He uses it every single day. He eats in it every day, but he also just likes to sit in it. He loves that he can be at the level with us while we're eating dinner. He likes that it teaches him how to sit. When he was first getting control of his back and like strengthening his back, it really helped him with that. It was just awesome, and it was like $30 or $40 on Amazon, and I love the fact that it's convertible, and I love the fact that it's easy to pack up and it's portable. So because it can strap to any chair, we can just take it with us and use it when we travel too. So we are going to Austin for Christmas, and we're probably gonna just bring that with us because then we can strap him to whatever chair is at the home we're going to and not have to worry about bringing a whole big high chair with us. So it's awesome. I would highly recommend getting one of those if you're looking into convertible high chairs like that. It's really worked out great for us. He really loves it, and we really love like the ease it brings to us. So then the last item I wanted to mention are these amazing play mats that I recently purchased. You may have seen them also on my Instagram or in a couple of my pictures I posted. They are freaking gorgeous because they look like rugs. Everyone thinks they're just rugs, but they're actually play mats. So if you're looking for a play mat that's not super bright or that's just not, I don't know, like I'm really into home decor and I really like my home to look a specific way. So the fact that I can get a play mat that's like semi-stylish or that goes with my things or that just doesn't look janky, I just really love. So the company is called Yay Mats, and my friend is actually, he loves it. The company is called Yay Mats, and my friend is actually the founder, one of them, so I was super excited to try her product. I purchased it with my own money, and ever since we got it, I've just been obsessed. I feel like I've been shouting it from the rooftops because he's so mobile now. Like when they're rolling and they're playing, especially now that he can sit up, when he was first learning to sit up around 6 months, he would fall and bump his head a lot, and so the play mat has just been like a saving grace, and the fact that it looks just like a rug and it fits in with our living room decor is like so amazing. I just love it so much. It's also really easy to clean. I spilled some food or something on it, and I just used my like Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose cleaner to clean it up, and it didn't take off the color on it. It didn't damage the fabrication. The mats also have edges, so they actually look like rugs. They don't look like typical like puzzle play mats. It's just amazing. So if you are in the market for a play mat and you would like one that's more neutral colors, or you just would like one that goes with your decor, highly recommend checking out Yay Mats. Either way, during this age, you're gonna want a play mat because like I said, they're rolling around a lot, they're bumping their heads, they're falling down. A play mat is like a must-have because we have hardwood floors and it just was not working anymore. But Yay Mats is where it's at, so check them out and let me know when you do. I would love to hear what you have to say about them. Alright guys, so I think that's everything for this 6 months essentials. I know it was a lot, 3 to 6 months essentials, so if I forgot anything, I'll leave it in a comment down below. But let me know if there's anything else that you swear by. I know there are certain things like pacifiers and things like that I may not have mentioned just because he's not super interested in them. But all of the things that I did mention are things that we've consistently been using over the last few months that I would highly recommend investing in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you'd like to see from me and Christian. Hi, Bubba. And we will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. And then they get cold and like, and then, oh my god. Put them in the freezer. But these little, this one, I got this one for him. Oh my gosh. The sound it makes. Really like, bless you. Bless you. You're so funny. How am I ever gonna get through this video with a cackling baby right next to me? It's whenever I hold the toys up. Oh my god.